naughty here and do some green laning. This would be interesting. Yeah, so we've got the Triumph Open Night on the 21st, I think it is. I have to have the visor up here, and looking forward to that. It really does look a mean machine, that 1200 Scrambler, and if I fancy doing a bit of this, it'll be a lot easier than riding it on this bloody great big monstrosity of a bike. This isn't too bad off-road if you go easy. A lot of these big bikes are okay if you ride them carefully off-road, but you know, forget about doing some proper green laning on something like this. It's just too big and heavy. You know, when these big bikes go, they bloody go. I think the best bike I've ever had for green laning is probably a Honda XR 400. Bloody great bike they were, but they're just getting so hard to find good ones now that sort of given up with those. I haven't had a green laning bike for quite a while now. Dear, we've got a pedestrian. This is a legal byway, this. So might have to do a bit of standing up here because I don't really want to fall off at this. It's a bit of a lump, as I say. Fortunately, the sand's fairly damp at the moment. When it's really dry, it's bloody lethal on a heavy bike. The front wheel washes out all the time. But yeah, this is a little bit interesting. Not very easy to sort of talk about random stuff when you're doing this. Probably not a good idea, this, but there we go. It's not too bad. So yeah, going back to the Triumph 1200 Scrambler, I reckon that'd be quite good fun riding it down a track like this. But I wouldn't be really looking to use that off-road too much. I mean, really, you just want a little 250. I mean, the modern CRF 250s and that are great for, you know, doing green laning. They're more than powerful enough to sort of get you going along these tracks. But this is this is quite interesting. This haven't been down this lane on a bike this big for a long time. The last time I rode down here on a bike like this, probably a CRM 250 a few years ago. As I say, it's capable of doing it. You do notice there's a bit of backlash in diff when you're going up and down the bumpy bits, but yeah, it's all right. It's quite nice actually. I mean, as long as you don't go mad. I mean, we're doing 20 mile an hour and it feels firm enough. Might even get into second gear. So it's just if that front wheel washes out that you're in trouble then. I don't really want to drop this. It's in really good condition. But yeah, I've actually got a newer GS, one of the water-cooled ones, and I would never ever bring that down here. It weighs a ton. I mean, this is quite heavy, but that bloody thing, it is just so heavy. You know, when you see these guys on YouTube sort of racing down these dirt tracks in Africa and that, I mean, they're bloody brave men, they are. There's no way that I'd do that on this, or on that even. It's just too heavy. But yeah, here it is. This is getting a bit sandy now, so this is, I mean, I suppose, yeah, you could lower your tyre pressures if you want a bit, but yeah, you've got to pump them back up when you go on the road, haven't you? And I've got a pump with me, and it's only about another half a mile, so I'm sure we'll manage. We've got a few people in four-wheel drives up here. Unusual really, because this is a weekday, so generally don't get anyone apart from the odd dog walk. Yeah, but there we go. That's quite a good bit of quite a long track. This does actually go on for miles. It crosses a couple of roads. I'm not sure. I don't think this one's the Icknield Way, but it does. When we used to do quite a lot of green laning, you can do a big circuit here and, you know, go off for a good few miles, which is quite good. God dear, this is I've got too much gear on here. I'm quite hot now. I wasn't going to do this, but it was just seeing the green lane. I just thought, yeah, why don't we go down there? Here we go. Yeah, dodgy geezer sitting in his car. Way, bit slidey, bit slidey. Yeah. So you got to be careful up here. It's quite slippery here now. But yeah, this is. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how heavy the Triumph 1200 Scrambler is. I'm not sure. I'll have to look see how heavy they are, but I say these are too big to really do this sort of stuff on a regular basis. I'd never, do this on a regular basis, but it's all right just for a bit of film footage, bit of entertainment. Oh, he's getting out my way. That's quite good of him. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a bit slippery this, but quite good actually. I'm quite pleased I've managed to get all the way up here without falling off. So that bit down the bottom there, I went through there, years ago. I had one of the 955 Tigers and I rode down there, and it was a hot summer's day, and it took me ages. It was the sand's quite thick, it's like riding on a beach, and the bike was just all over the place. And I think the 955s, they got quite a small front wheel, and I thought this is just going to end in tears, this, but I was really lucky. I sort of got away with it but it took me ages to ride down there because I didn't want to wreck the bike. But yeah, this was quite good. Quite enjoyed that. Shall I go down to the next bit? Don't know. I don't think I will actually. I don't want to chance me like that one's. That's actually better, that bit down there. That's not as bad as the bit we just come down, but I don't want to drop the bike, so best I don't. It'd be a pity. Getting a bit of buffeting here. I've raised the screen up on the bike. I'll put it on its high setting, but you're getting a bit of a sort of buffety noise. But I just did that because we've been out on it with the salt and everything. I've just been getting covered in salt. Your visor gets covered and you can't bloody see anything. If you're on the motorway, for a few minutes, before you know it, you've just got to pull over. You've just got crap all over your visor. And the thing is, if you wipe it with your gloves, you just scratch you get loads of little hairline scratches, and it's another 40 or 50 quid for a bloody visor. So yeah, I thought I'd raise it up, and it has worked. It stops it getting covered in crap, but it's you do get the buffeting. Don't mind a bit of buffeting every now and then, but it does get a bit noisy. I'm getting a bit steamed up here. There we go. That's better. So there we are, a little bit of green laning, talking a lot of waffle. Go and find somewhere for a cup of tea, and until next time I shall bugger off for a cup of tea.